In last class, we learnt about abuses. Now, today we are going to learn about addiction, mainly smoking, alcohol addiction, and then about drug addiction. And first, we are going to learn about drug abuse. Drugs, when we talk about drugs, it's usually prescribed by physicians for as painkillers or sedatives for patients to relieve from pains after a surgery. Usually doctors prescribe these drugs. But when these drugs are taken for a long time, this prolonged usage of these drugs make them addict for that drug. And sometimes people, when it is stopped, it's okay, but when people start using it for a long time, they become addicted that they could not sustain without these drugs. So it becomes addict. And some addictive potential present in these drugs make these people depend on it fully. Without that, they could not live. So they start taking it regularly. So such persons are called drug addict, and then this is called drug addiction or drug abuse. And this drug actually modifies the physical, biological, psychological or even social behavior of the person, and it stimulates, depresses or disturbs the functions of the body, and so it is called as addictive drug. Why we talk about it in our lessons is it has become a serious problem of concern because it affects our central nervous system. It causes so many problems in the health issues of people, and it should be taken seriously there. So it affects physical, psychological, mentally the individuals. Then coming to the types of drugs, that it may be of different types. Here we talk about psychotropic drugs, that is mood altering drugs, because they act on the brain and it affects or changes the behavior and then conscious power of thinking and perception of the individual. So it is called mood altering drugs, psychotropic drugs. Then these we talk about drug dependence. As I told you, some stimulant present in that drug, that is addictive stimulant, makes the person consume it regularly, without which they cannot live. So it becomes they become drug dependent. And then the drug dependence may be of two types, that is physical drug dependence it may be physical or psychological. This physical drug dependence is because it would have been taken for some treatment or so, and they have become addicted to it, and it causes some problem, like for taking a sleeping pill, without which they cannot sleep. They have become addicted for that sleeping pills. So that is physical drug dependence. Psychological drug dependence is, that is the behavior actually they feel that is happy for them, that relieves them from their problems or so. They think so, and they consume it regularly. So that is psychological drug dependence. Next is behavioral changes of drug users. First, mostly drug users are that is college going adolescents or even nowadays it starts in the school itself. So their absence to school or college is the first that is change, and then their academic performance drops down, and then their behavior itself changes, and they wanted to get isolated from others. They become depressed, and they become fatigued, they become aggressive, and then they want to live alone. they don't mingle with persons, friends, that is family people, and then there is change in their habits, food habits, sleeping habits, etc. Their body weight gets reduced, their appetite is lost, and then they try to find out money, that is in different ways. Even they try to steal money even from their own home to buy drugs, and then they are prone to infectious diseases like AIDS and so on. These are the different behavioral changes that are seen in the drug users. Then drug de-addiction. It is very difficult to get de-addicted, but the parents and the friends also, they should try to bring the addict persons out of their addiction habit. It's not so easy, it's a long process, it is a slow process, but it should be done. And several steps are involved in de-addiction. That is, first is detoxification. The drugs what we take is mixed with, that is, it is absorbed by the blood, and it is taken to different parts of our body and shows various metabolic changes and many physical activities, that is functions of our body are, many parts are damaged. But so to bring it out, bring the addiction out of the person, it takes a long time, and to overcome the withdrawal symptoms, we should give medicines. Many that is, medicines are given, and then emotionally and psychologically they should give that is proper care from the family and the psychiatrist or psychologist to bring them out from the withdrawal symptoms. And then first is detoxification. Then next is psychotherapy. That is, psychologists give counseling, or counselors should give counseling for them, and they should say they should give them methods to come out of their problems so that they will not go in for drugs again. And then easy way to solve their daily problems, they should be given adequate, that is healthy diet, and then rest and relaxation, so that they should be free in their mind to come out of their addiction. Then counseling to family members, which is very important, because they would have thought, that is the person is, that is the victim is an addict and he could not be changed. But once he is changed, he should be free, that is, he should feel free at home, and that is possible only with the help of the family members. They should actually should not have the attitude of rejection towards that victim, drug addict. So they should take proper care to that victim. And then next is rehabilitation. That is, the victim should be given occasional training, and he should be streamlined in a proper channel, so that he should not think about that is drug, and he should be properly channelized so that he is engaged in some physical or mental activity, and his life will be successful. Next is tobacco abuse. Tobacco is obtained from tobacco plant, that is Nicotiana tabacum and Nicotiana rustica. The dried and cured leaves of the young branches of this tobacco plant have a good commercial value. It contains an alkaloid substance called nicotine, which is a stimulant that is being used by the people. This tobacco is consumed in three different forms. One, for smoking, that is tobacco is used in cigarettes, and people smoke and use it. And then next is chewing. Along with betel leaves, this tobacco is dried and chewed along with it. And then next is some people snuff, and this dried powdered leaves of this tobacco is used for snuffing. So in these three ways the tobacco is used, and people become addicted in these three ways for this tobacco. Then smoking hazards of tobacco: benzopyrene and polycyclic hydrocarbons are two different carcinogenic products that are obtained, that is produced by this tobacco. And these tobacco, that is when it is burnt, tobacco smoke contain these substances. This actually causes lung cancer, and this it also affects the bronchi and throat and causes pulmonary tuberculosis. And then this these two substances affects the lung alveoli, decreases the surface area of gaseous exchange in the lungs and causes emphysema. Emphysema is nothing but moochu thanaralnu solrom illaya. Then next, when burning this tobacco, the tobacco smoke also contains carbon monoxide. This carbon monoxide, as we have already learned, reduces the hemoglobin combines with oxygen. But this carbon monoxide reduces the combining capacity of the hemoglobin with the oxygen, so that it causes hypoxia, reduced availability of oxygen for us to breathe. Then it increases the blood pressure. Then it also causes gastric and duodenal ulcers. It causes oral cancer. When they chew with the bitter leaf, it causes oral cancer. And we know smokers alone are not affected. More than that, the partials, there is what we call, so that is people by the side of the smokers also are affected more than them. So it is highly carcinogenic and causes different types of cancer. Then prevention of smoking. People know that it is injurious to health. We come across so many boards, banners and so on, but even then they smoke, knowing about the ill effects of smoking. But awareness, not only awareness, health issues about the society also should have a concern for the smokers. So the smokers should think about it, avoid smoking. They should get proper counseling and medical assistance and try to come out of this smoking habit. Then May 31st is observed as No Tobacco Day. At least on that day it is avoided, I suppose. Then alcohol abuse. Alcohol abuse, that is consumption of alcohol. It is seen in different strata of the society. Both wealthier people use alcohol and poor sections also go in for alcohol. Dependence of alcohol, you call it as alcoholism, and the person who use it, you call it as alcoholic. Using this is called alcohol abuse. It affects the physical, psychological, physiological aspects of our body. Then harmful effects of alcohol to health. That is, just once or twice when you consume alcohol, it is not going to matter. When you start using it for a long time, long use of this alcohol affects the entire body. First, liver is damaged, causing liver cirrhosis. It leads to fatty liver, causing liver cirrhosis. Nerve cells get damaged, affects the central nervous system, so that the entire body, physical disturbance occurs. A person cannot stand erect. His coordination is lost. Body organs coordination is lost. Then blurred or reduced vision, and that even leads to fatal accidents. And then heart function, that is blood vessels are constricted, leads to heart attack. And then body loses its control, consciousness is lost. So the entire functions of different organs of the body is lost because of this alcoholism. Then rehabilitation measures for alcoholics. For any addiction, main thing is education and counseling. Proper education regarding the ill effects of alcohol is to be given, and counseling is to be given, so that they come out of their problems or stress and they have to lead a healthy life. Then physical activity. The persons should be, when they are that is, when they want to come out of this alcoholism, they should be properly channelized. They should be given proper counseling. Then they can be exposed to different music, hearing to music, or some reading habits, or channelized properly to different activities, so that they come out of it, try to come out of it easily. Then seeking help from parents and peer groups. Parents should encourage them, or peer group people should encourage them to come out of it so that they can lead a healthy lifestyle. Then medical assistance, it's difficult to come out of this alcohol because they are used to that nicotine, the alkaloid drug. So to come out of that, they should get the medical help, assistance from people so that they can take some medicines to come out of it. For some time, the anti-alcoholic medicines are given to them so that they can lead a normal, happy life.